We're going to break it down simple and straight so you can walk away feeling confident about what you're putting on your plate. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with rice. This grain is a staple for billions around the world, and for good reason. It's a fantastic source of energy, but like anything, the magic is in how you use it. Too often, rice gets a bad rap, blamed for weight gain or energy slumps, but the truth is it's usually not the rice itself, but the we're eating it that's the problem. We're here to set the record straight and show you how rice can be a powerful ally in your fitness journey. First up, portion control is absolutely key. A really simple guide is your own cupped hand. Aim for about half to 1 cup of cooked rice per meal. This amount provides a good whack of carbohydrates for energy without overloading your system. Now, and this is crucial, never eat that rice on its own, especially if it's white rice. Always pair it with a good source of protein and plenty of veggies. The protein helps to slow down the digestion of the carbohydrates in the rice. This is a game changer for keeping your blood sugar levels stable. The veggies add fiber, which also aids digestion and keeps you feeling fuller for longer. If you just chow down on a big bowl of plain rice, particularly the more refined white varieties, you're setting yourself up for a bit of a roller coaster. That quick hit of carbs can spike your blood sugar levels pretty rapidly. And what goes up must come down, right? That subsequent crash can leave you feeling tired and craving more sugary stuff. So, when is the best time to enjoy your smartly portioned rice? One of the prime times is after a solid workout. Your muscles have just put in the hard yards and they're crying out for glycogen to refuel and repair. Rice is an excellent source of easily digestible carbohydrates that can help replenish those depleted glycogen stores quickly and efficiently. Beyond post-workout, rice fits perfectly as part of a balanced lunch or dinner. Paired with that lean protein and a colorful array of vegetables, it creates a complete and satisfying meal. When you eat rice the right way, controlled portions, paired with protein and fiber, and timed effectively, it can absolutely support your muscle-building goals. Get this right, and you'll feel the difference in your energy levels and your training. Next up, let's talk about bread. Bread. It's probably one of the most demonized foods in modern diet culture, isn't it? So many people are quick to cut it out completely when they're trying to get leaner or eat healthier. But just like rice, it's not necessarily the bread itself that's the issue. It's often the type of bread, how much we're eating, and what we're eating it, or without. Let's slice through the myths and find out how to make bread a friend, not a foe. When it comes to quantity, moderation is your best mate. We generally recommend limiting bread to about 1 to 2 slices per meal, if you're including it. This helps manage your overall carbohydrate intake, especially if you're also having other carb sources throughout the day. The type of bread you choose makes a massive difference. Steer clear of those highly processed, sugary white loaves that offer very little nutritional value. Instead, opt for whole grain or sourdough varieties. Whole grain breads retain the bran, germ, and endosperm of the grain, meaning they're packed with more fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This fiber is brilliant for your digestion and helps to slow down sugar absorption, giving you more stable energy levels. Sourdough is another fantastic option, and it's got a bit of a unique superpower. The fermentation process used to make sourdough bread can actually make it easier to digest. The wild yeasts and bacteria break down some of the gluten and phytic acid, which can mean better nutrient absorption and less likelihood of bloating for some people. Now here's a golden rule. Try to avoid eating bread completely on its own, especially if it's not a particularly high fiber type. The smart move is to always pair your bread with a good source of protein or healthy fats. When you eat bread smartly, choosing quality types, controlling portions, and pairing it well, it can absolutely fit into a healthy, active lifestyle. Make these simple switches, and you can enjoy your toast or sandwich without any of the guilt, knowing you're fueling your body well. Alright, let's move on to meat. For many of us, meat is a cornerstone of our protein intake, essential for building and repairing muscle, keeping us feeling full, and providing vital nutrients like iron and B vitamins. But just like our carbohydrate friends rice and bread, there's a smart way and a not-so-smart way to include meat in your diet. We want to make sure we're getting all the benefits without any of the potential downsides. The first thing to focus on is keeping it lean. This means choosing cuts of meat that are lower in saturated fat. Think skinless chicken or turkey breast, lean cuts of beef or pork like sirloin or tenderloin, and plenty of fish. Trimming any visible fat before cooking is also a good habit to get into. Leaner choices mean you're getting high-quality protein without an excessive amount of less healthy fats, which is better for your heart health and overall body composition. Next up is how you cook it. The preparation method can make a huge difference to the healthiness of your meat. We're big fans of grilling, baking, roasting, or poaching. These methods generally don't require adding a lot of extra fats. Frying, especially deep frying on the other hand, can load up your meat with unhealthy fats and extra calories, and can also create some less desirable compounds. So, fire up the grill or preheat that oven for a healthier, tastier result. Portion control applies to meat too, of course. A good visual guide is the palm of your hand, not your whole hand, just the palm. A portion of meat about this size and thickness will typically provide around 20 to 30 grams of protein, which is a great amount for one meal to support muscle protein synthesis and satiety. Now, what do you pair your perfectly cooked lean meat with? Vegetables, and lots of them. Aim to fill at least half your plate with a variety of colorful veggies. So, the smart way to eat meat is to choose lean cuts, cook them using healthier methods like grilling or baking, keep your portions palm-sized, and always combine it with a generous serving of vegetables and perhaps some smart carbs. Chapter 4. So far, we've talked about rice, bread, and meat individually, how to choose them, how to portion them, and how to prepare them. But the real magic, the thing that takes your nutrition from good to great, is how you combine these foods on your plate. It's not just you eat, but you put it all together. This is where we unlock sustained energy, better muscle growth, and that feeling of being properly fueled and satisfied. We have a bit of a formula here at Tyro Fitness for building smart, balanced meals, and it's pretty straightforward. You want to aim for a good source of protein, like the lean meat we just discussed, or fish, eggs, legumes, combined with complex carbohydrates. Your sensibly portioned rice or whole grain bread, plenty of fiber, mainly from a big serving of vegetables, and a dash of healthy fats like avocado, nuts, seeds, or olive oil. This combination is the key. Let's break down why this formula works so well. The protein component is vital. It's the primary building block for your muscles, essential for repair and growth after exercise, but it also plays a huge role in satiety, that feeling of fullness. Including a decent whack of protein in your meal helps to keep hunger pangs at bay for longer, meaning you're less likely to reach for unhealthy snacks between meals. Then you have your complex carbohydrates. These are your body's preferred energy source, especially for your brain and muscles. By choosing complex carbs like brown rice or whole grain bread, and pairing them as we've discussed, you get a slower, more sustained release of energy. This is a world away from the quick spike and crash you get from simple sugary carbs. This steady fuel supply keeps you mentally sharp and physically ready for action. Fiber, primarily from your vegetables but also from whole grains and legumes, is an unsung hero. It adds bulk to your meals, helping you feel full on fewer calories. Chapter 5. Now we've mentioned portion control a few times, and it's a massive piece of the puzzle when it comes to eating right. Whether you're aiming for muscle gain, fat loss, or just maintaining good health. But the thought of weighing and measuring every morsel of food, counting every single calorie. Well, for most of us that's just not sustainable or enjoyable in the long run. It can become a bit obsessive and take the joy out of eating. The good news is, you don't need a food scale or a complicated app to get your portions right. You've got a pretty handy tool attached to you right now, your own hand. Using your hand as a guide is a simple, intuitive, and incredibly practical way to estimate appropriate portion sizes wherever you are, whatever you're eating. It's about empowering you to make good choices without the fuss. So, let's look at how this works. For your protein sources like meat, fish, or poultry, aim for a portion that's about the size and thickness of your palm. This generally equates to a good serving of protein, around that 20 to 30 gram mark we talked about, which is ideal for muscle support and satiety. It's a straightforward visual cue that's easy to remember and apply. When it comes to your carbohydrate-rich foods like cooked rice, pasta, or quinoa, use a cupped hand as your measure. One cupped handful is a good starting point for a serving. If you're having bread, as we discussed, think 1 to 2 slices, which is roughly equivalent in carb content. This helps you get enough energy without going overboard and sending your blood sugar on a wild ride. For your all-important vegetables, especially the non-starchy kinds like leafy greens, broccoli, peppers, and so on, aim for a portion that's at least the size of your clenched fist. In fact, for veggies, more is often better. Don't be shy about loading up your plate. This ensures you're getting plenty of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, which are crucial for overall health and help to fill you up. And what about healthy fats? Things like oils, butter, nut butters, or a handful of nuts and seeds. For these more calorie-dense foods, a good guide is the size of your thumb. Chapter 6. Alright team, we've covered a lot of ground today, diving deep into how to eat rice, bread, and meat the way. It's been fantastic sharing these insights with you, because I truly believe that understanding your food is the first step towards unlocking your best health and performance. It's not about complicated rules or depriving yourself of foods you enjoy. It's about knowledge and smart application. So let's quickly recap the big takeaways. Remember, meat isn't bad, far from it. It's a brilliant source of protein. The key is to choose lean cuts. Cook them in healthy ways like grilling or baking. Keep your portions sensible, think palm size, and always pair it with plenty of those wonderful vegetables. This way, meat becomes a powerful ally in building strength and staying energized. And what about bread? It's definitely not the evil carb monster it's often made out to be. The trick is to opt for quality whole grain or sourdough varieties. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 slices per serving, and crucially, always pair it with protein or healthy fats. This approach keeps your blood sugar stable and your energy levels consistent, allowing you to enjoy bread without the downsides. Then there's rice, a fantastic energy source when you treat it right. Control your portions. That cupped hand guide is your friend, and always combine it with protein and fiber to avoid those energy spikes and crashes. Timing it around your workouts can also be a smart move for recovery and refueling. Rice isn't inherently fattening, it's all about how it fits into your overall balanced diet. The core message I really want you to take away from this session with Tyro Fitness is this. The key isn't cutting these common foods out of your life. It's understanding how to eat them in a way that supports your goals. It's about balance, smart combinations, and listening to your body. When you get this right, food becomes your fuel, your medicine, and your friend. So there you have it, team. It's not about fearing food, it's about understanding it and making it work for you. Rice, bread, meat, they can all be part of a bloody, brilliant, healthy way of eating that fuels your body, helps you build the strength you want, and keeps you feeling fantastic. It's all about those smart choices, sensible portions, and good combinations we talked about. No magic bullets, just good, honest principles. Remember, this journey with Tyro Fitness is about building a lifestyle, not just a quick fix. It's about finding that balance that lets you enjoy your food, enjoy your training, and most importantly, enjoy your life to the fullest. Eating well shouldn't feel like a punishment. It should feel empowering knowing you're giving your body the best. We're here to support you every step of the way with practical advice that actually fits into your real life. Thanks for joining us today. Stay strong, eat smart, and we'll see you in the next video for more ways to live a healthier, more centered life. Cheers.